Okay, so digital ID is officially, and for the first time ever, live in the United States, and it was quietly launched this afternoon through the Apple Wallet. Go check if you don't believe me. The option is now there. And I don't even have automatic updates set. I don't even know how it got in there. So they're beginning with 12 states and Puerto Rico with plans to rapidly expand to the rest of the nation. Apple calls it secure and private, but critics say that this is the first major step toward a centralized ID system, laying the groundwork for smart city surveillance, biometric checkpoints, credit scores, and a future where your ability to drive, work, or even buy groceries could depend on digital compliance from taxes to your behavior. You know, silly little things like that. Crazy freaking news.
Shalom Akim, call Halayim La YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, teach and rule well. Peace and salutation to be to hopeful elect. I'm about Tazwam coming at you from the prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. This is going to be a quick in transit going into digital ID now being in America. Okay, it's already on the shores of America, within America. Okay, and it's all around us already. Okay, you got an iPhone. Slack, give me 1 second. You got an iPhone, and it's in your iPhone settings. It says Apple introduces digital ID, a new way to create and present an ID in Apple Wallet. Digital ID offers a secure and private way for users to create an ID in Apple Wallet using information from their US passport and present their ID with iPhone or Apple Watch. But your boy, DJT, he said it wasn't gonna be no digital ID here in America, but he quietly snuck it in. Okay, I ain't saying it's mandatory quite yet, but they already got the system set up and the database set up already, so that when the announcement is made, it's gonna be like, oh well, it's already in your phones, or it's already, you can already set it up quick and easy. We already got it set up for you. Okay. And then eventually it's gonna get to a point where they make it mandatory with some country, or I think they said UK trying to make it mandatory by 2029 or 2028. Okay, and this is all a part of Agenda 2030, and America's assigned to that Agenda 2030. Okay, they're allied with that Agenda 2030, so they're going to have to do it too. They just ain't announced it yet. It's going to get to that point. It's going to get to the nitty-gritty where they're going to announce, you got to conform the digital ID, and then they're going to give you, they're going to update it, just like they update the iPhone every year, and they're going to say you're going to have to get a modernized form of digital ID, which is going to be through a chip inserted in your hand or in your head. As the scriptures say, we know where it's all leading to, okay? And which we hot on the digital ID topic now because it's a step closer towards the MOTB, towards the chip. All right. So, like it says here in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15, it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." So if you don't want to get right with their program, if you don't want to, what they're saying now is, if you don't want to get the digital ID, you will be excluded from society globally. Okay, but the scripture is saying what? If you don't, it says, and cause that as many as would not, meaning everybody who didn't get the MOTB, who won't get the MOTB, it says, as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so it's not just, you're not just gonna be excluded from society. This nigga literally gonna X you out of society. He gonna kill you. He gonna make sure you know what I'm saying? you can't breathe no more. You're gonna make sure you ain't got the ability to walk around in this kingdom anymore with your breath in your lungs. Okay? You're gonna seek to snuff you out if you don't want to get with this program. And he causeth all, both small and great, because what these devils want, total, complete, and total control over everybody, man. Okay, and that's what Esau is. He's a control freak. He's got to have control over you for some reason. All right. As the scriptures say, they said in their heart, we shall be like God, or so like we shall be like the Most High. Okay. So they're doing everything they can to play the role of being the Lord, man, being the Most High. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So you're going to cause everybody to get that mark, that MOTB. All right, and how are you going to do it? By excluding you from society. Okay? By continuing your existence economically. All right, once he does that, you ain't going to be able to participate in anything in this world unless you go to him and get chipped up. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to buy, meaning you're not going to be able to participate in this world economically unless you got the mark of the beast, which is the chip. It's not the digital ID. It's going to be a chip. Okay? Now everybody's coming out talking about, man, this sounds like something in the book of Revelations. This sounds like the mark of the beast. They're saying these things because it's true. It's happening. You know, and they can't deny it anymore. It is what it is. 2 Ezra 16 and 69 says, and they that consent unto them shall be had under... We'll start at verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. All these heathens gathering up, these Edomites gathering up at the same table, all right, at these World Economic Forums, okay, at these World Health Organizations. They're meeting about how to persecute you. They're meeting up about how to turn the Lord against you. Okay? How to get you destroyed and get you wiped out. How to stop you from inheriting the kingdom. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. All right? Are they going to feed you with what? The MOTB, the chip. All right? Are you hungry? You're going to have to get the chip. You want some water? You're going to have to take the chip. And when these people get hungry, when they start getting hungry, start getting thirsty, they get desperate. They're willing to do and give anything to get some food and some water, man. Okay? And like you had back in the time of 70 AD, when Jake was besieged, and a famine ensued. All right, and even before that, Jake was besieged. Okay, Jake was besieged before, and you had the woman eating their children. Okay, so if a woman is ready to give up their children and eat them, how much more are they willing to give up their own bodies, okay, to eat? A chip? You just got to put that inside of me? They're going to think of it like a shot, like a vaccine. Are they so used and conditioned to getting shots all their life? They've been growing up getting so-called mandatory shots that this is going to be like nothing to them. They know what it's going to cost them. But when they get hungry, they're going to forget about the cost. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. All right, you're going to be had in derision. They're going to be using you. Okay? You're going to be nothing more than a used condom, man. Okay? They gonna do whatever the hell they want to do with you. Oh, you said what on social media? You said what on Instagram? You said what on Facebook? What'd you say on X? You know, you gonna go to try to get something to eat. You're just gonna say insufficient funds. What the fuck happened to my funds? Bank account got drained. All right, because with this digital ID comes a social credit system. Okay, and the chip is gonna be the icing on the cake. It's gonna close everything out. It's gonna be the complete beast system. That's what's gonna complete this beast system. This new world order is the chip. All right, the digital ID is one part. The social credit system is another part, and the chip is the final part. And once this puzzle gets placed together, it's over, man. It's over. All right, that's when they got you in their NWO. And if you consent to them, you're gonna be on a punishment list of the Lord. You're gonna be given to the second death, and ain't no cure in that, man. Ain't no help in that. All right. But I truly hope this quick hit was edifying to you. I cannot watch for listening to truth and sincerity. Until next time, I feel like all glory and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAAHWABAN. Shalom.